Hey guys, it's Trey from Money Growth Academy. Today we're at Silicone Slopes 2019 in Salt Lake City, Utah. If you don't know yet, I'm sure you've heard of Silicon Valley, but Silicone Slopes is actually the booming hub within Salt Lake City, Utah region. If you're familiar with that at all, you know that a lot is going on here. Adobe's investing heavily here. Even the government, the NSA building is here for their data center. You've got companies like Facebook coming here, and companies are building up every single day. It was just ranked one of the best states, actually in the entire country, #2 for business growth. And tons of financial stability within the sector. So today what we're here doing is we're at this conference, we're listening to a bunch of speakers. You got VP, CEO, CTO, CFOs, all kinds of people here teaching, imparting, sharing their knowledge, helping establish this attitude of creating opportunity. And that's the big thing here at this conference, is to create opportunity. So that's why we're here. We're here meeting people. We're learning a ton, obviously, and we're going to share that with you guys, some of the lessons we've learned. But one of the biggest things that we're actually doing is networking at these events. And this is one of the greatest places to be for that, because you meet the people to really help influence the decisions that you're doing. You meet the people that can introduce you to the people that you need to know. So it's worth coming out to these events. If you guys have these kind of events going on in your area, even if they're not on this massive scale like the Silicon Slopes one is, you can still go out to smaller ones and start to meet people. That is key, guys. All right, let's get inside there. Let me show you what it's all about. All right, guys, there was a lot of hype, a lot of energy in this tech summit. The room had about 20,000 plus people in there. It ran from Thursday to Friday, and it was packed from the front of the room all the way to the back. And this was a massive, massive conference room, and it was a really cool event because what you had going on is they brought in all these keynote speakers for this opening part. So you had Adobe's founder John Warnock in there telling his story about inventing Adobe. You had the Peloton company CEO in there. You had Alex Rodriguez, the baseball legend. You had the DocuSign CEO. Senator Jeff Flake was there. You just had all kinds of CEOs, CTOs, all kinds of important people there sharing their knowledge with you, which was really cool. To be able to learn from these guys. And they did these sit down, so it was very casual conversation like, and you got to hear these unique stories that you usually wouldn't hear, just reading an article or so. So a great opportunity to learn from some great people. Now, when the keynotes were over with, what you were able to do is you were able to go out to a sponsor pavilion. Now, in here, these are people, obviously, who sponsor the summit, but you had, like, Microsoft in there, Adobe, you had Divi, you had all kinds of company in there, and one, they're showing off their products, but if you're looking for a job or you're trying to look for an in into this industry, this tech industry, these are the kind of events you want to be at, because what happens is the recruiters are there handing out all kinds of stuff, and these are the people who are what you call the gatekeepers in a company. So these people can get that resume to the right individuals in HR that it needs to go to. So you can bump shoulders and learn from a lot of people that are in this room. Make sure to bring a lot of business cards, because you might just find, your next tech buddy in the room. This is an example of a guy who did something kind of creative. He put these big balloons on him and he walked through the conference and he was asking for a tech co-founder. So he was looking for a partner, and he got a lot of people come up and talk to him, which was really cool way to go out there and be creative and look for partners. And as an entrepreneur, that's what it's really about, is looking for partnerships. And that's what makes this event so great. Now, something else that was really cool about this is they had an entrepreneur competition take place. So kind of like a Shark Tank. So it started off with about 32 companies in the weeks previous, and then they whittled it down to 16. Then here they finally showed 8, which was really cool to be able to watch how these actual investors, and the winner of this competition actually took $250,000. And the remaining actually walked away with $50,000 apiece, the remaining 5 spots. So it was a cool event to be able to see firsthand how to pitch a company and the kind of questions that a real investor would ask. Kim Perrell was there. She's written the book, The Execution Factor. So it was cool because you got to be able to hear from these breakout sessions that we'd be able to go to. And we went to an entrepreneur track. You could sit with a bunch of other entrepreneurs, learn from an actual entrepreneur on the stage talking. So that was kind of cool. They also did something, apart from the breakout sessions, they did these panels. So this was an entrepreneurial track panel, and it was a bunch of CEOs running some very impressive companies within Utah area, and we're talking multi-million-dollar companies, great companies, and being able to learn from them and what their mistakes have been, what they would advise to other entrepreneurs. So honestly, it was priceless, the kind of information we walked away with at the end of this event. So definitely one that I would go to. Silicone Slopes 2019 Tech Summit was an incredible event, mainly for two reasons. One, we got to listen to these incredible CEOs, and we got to hear all this information and inspiration that they had for business leaders and entrepreneurs like us. Now, number two was the ability that we had to network, the ability we had to go and talk to other individuals, rub shoulders with people who are very like-minded like us when it comes to entrepreneurial endeavors. So that was priceless. We got so many new connections out of that, which was incredible. So right at the end of this video, I'm going to show you a quick snippet of John Warnock from Adobe and Alex Rodriguez, the baseball legend. I'm sure you guys all know who he is. I'm going to show you guys a little quick snippet of them actually on stage so you can see their faces, hear their voices for a minute. And then what I'm going to do is I'm going to show throughout the coming weeks, I'm going to share some of these lessons that we learned from them. Guys, there were so many CEOs up there. And granted, we did pay a lot of money to go to this conference, and I know a lot of you guys couldn't be there. So it seems so selfish not to share this information with you guys, because I know you guys are future business leaders, you guys are future entrepreneurs, or you already are business leaders and entrepreneurs. So you guys need these little golden nuggets that these guys imparted upon us. So I'm going to give them to you guys all for free, no charge, just because guys, this information needs to go out to everyone. We've all got to use this kind of stuff. So in an upcoming video, you'll hear Alex Rodriguez talk about his entrepreneurial start. You'll hear John Warnock talk about how they founded Adobe. So we'll release those videos throughout the coming weeks. Make sure to hit that subscribe button though so you don't miss those videos. Trust me guys, we paid a lot of money to go to this conference and I'm going to give it to you guys all for free. All you have to do is hit that subscribe button and check for the notifications when those videos come out. Thanks guys, hope you guys enjoyed this.
He invented the PDF. He's the founder of Adobe and his name's John Warnock, and I want to give him a warm welcome. Let's give him a warm welcome, everyone. Hey, John, thank you for being here.
And so he moved to Utah, stayed here for a year, but then he went down and he contacted the head of Xerox. And he said, why don't we build a research facility for Xerox in Palo Alto? And they said, they were a very, very successful company at that time. They were selling lots and lots of copiers. They said, great, we'll do that. So he knew where all the graduate students were across the country. And so he knew where to go get the best computer scientists. So we did that.
And you were included in that group?
Not
right?
yet.
Oh.
Not yet. So PARC was established in around 1970. I joined PARC in 1978, and when I walked in the doors of PARC, every secretary, every researcher, and every manager had a personal computer. It had a screen the size.
I swear he's here. There he is. What's up, brother? How are you? Hello, everybody. Well, look how this guy dresses. Are you kidding me?
Hello, Utah. No, I'd rather be the landlord and not the tenant. So the first opportunity, about 10 years later, I was about 22 years old. I kind of raised like $48,000. I didn't have a lot of capital, and I bought my first duplex. And then a couple of years later, I sold that for double.
Wait, how old did you say?
Around 22.
Okay.
So I was a young lad.
Yeah.
And what I realized was like, okay, this is actually a great hedge towards my baseball salary.
All right, guys, that's just a quick little sneak peek for you guys of what we're going to be releasing in the coming weeks. We're going to be talking about John Warnock from Adobe and the lessons that he shared with us, Alex Rodriguez and the lessons he shared with us, the former CEO of Lululemon, the former CEO of Starbucks. There's so many CEOs that we want to share those lessons with you guys. But you've got to make sure to hit that subscribe button down below so that we can show you those videos. Guys, thanks for watching Money Growth. See ya.